reaction to the first Solce video. He was cooking. I mean, I was late on it. I was late. I'm not gonna be late on this one. Say hi to YouTube, by the way, chat. We are gonna watch Solce. Wuthering Waves is a better game than Genshin Impact. More Reasons Part 2. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Going back to Genshin recently, yesterday we did some Spiral Abyss clears and a few other things. It's rough. It's rough. It was a rough time. So we Koro shows. I enjoy Hoyo stuff. I'm a Hoyo CC. That the problem is that, as I've said prior, and we're gonna get into this a little bit later, Genshin Impact has made $5 billion. Genshin Impact alone has made $5 billion with a B for Bobby. They don't give you anything. It's a given. It's a tug. It's like, we give you this, but there's a catch. They just never give you anything straight up, ever. The one time they did, it was a 5-star selector for characters everyone had, which was good for new people. But it's never like, okay, in Natlan you can run a balls with Shalonen. Fucking let me run a balls for the whole time. Why is this locked behind C6? You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty unfortunate. I really don't like the way they're going down the road, but let's see what happens. So.
Nothing much has changed.
Who the deal is?
The last video. Wuthering Waves is still a better
Is that me or is
game
it the video?
than
What the hell?
Genshin, and it looks like a lot of you seem to agree. My last video on this topic has over 3,700 likes and an 89% like to dislike ratio as of this recording. For those of you who may not be super familiar with what is normal,
I was gonna say, why is this like in 440?
Video, that is an insanely good ratio.
Yeah, this thing is bigger than Carrot. Yeah,
so
it's pretty rough.
Here we are with the inevitable part 2 video. Many of you asked for this, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know Styx. When he reacted to my video,
shout out to Styx. Styx is really cool.
I have to do a part 2 because there were some things that I missed. If you haven't seen the first video, make sure to go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. Additionally, this is probably
volume low. Is it
the last video that I make comparing Genshin Impact to Wuthering Waves? This is for a couple reasons. First, I don't want to continue beating a dead horse, Genshin Impact being the dead horse. And second, there are only so many things to compare. Eventually, it's just going to get really stupid, like, oh man, look at this blade of grass. Look at the water. It's so much better. But no, for this video, I actually have another legit list of things to compare that I think makes Wuthering Waves a better game than Genshin Impact. So let's dive right into it.
All right,
first, hey, if you're new here on my channel, my name is Solce. Thanks for stopping by. I make videos about gacha games, commentary, guides, and one of my videos that's upcoming is even about lore. So if that's the kind of stuff that you like to see, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it.
It's not
the first topic that I want to cover today could be none other than character designs and character models. Is it just me, or is it the case that the
character designs and models? Okay, wait.
Character designs and character models.
We definitely need to skip one, by the way.
Just me, or is it the case that the character designs in Genshin Impact have taken a nosedive off of a cliff since around the time that Furina came out? I don't think it's just me. Furina, both her character design and...
Man, I'm going to say something a lot of people are not going to like. Well, no, actually, no, I don't think so. I think we could agree. I think Natlan fell off, bro. I think the end of Fontaine was bad. Arlecchino was good. Neuvillette was good. No, I mean, those were great. I think, actually, Fontaine peaked, right? And then Natlan just... Furina's beautiful. Neuvillette's sexy. Risley has cake of a god. Arlecchino is great. Navia is great. Shiori looks amazing. Emily looks pretty fucking bad. Her design is not good. Sijuin doesn't look good. What are the other... Sethos was all right. I didn't really care for Sethos. He was a 4-star, you know what I'm saying? I really think that ever since Natlan, the designs fell off like hard body. Like really, really, really bad. I don't think there's a design from Natlan that I'm particularly a fan of. Ain't no way there's no skip one after 5 years. That's what I'm saying. Was so low. Out of points, maybe get earphones. Yeah. But no, so let's see. I just don't. The designs were good at one point, but now it ain't it.
As a character,
now it ain't it.
Is by far one of my favorites in Genshin Impact. But I have been very much not impressed with most of the designs that I've seen since then. There are a couple of exceptions to that. Arlecchino,
yeah, nothing fits. I agree.
Pretty good. Clarand was okay, but let's talk about some of the characters that.
I agree as well, Loon.
Sethos, hot garbage.
What if I told you that Pi not only does it block...
Sethos isn't like the worst thing in the world. I think Sethos is kind of like a middle ground. I think Sijuin is when it gets bad. This is not it.
Nope.
Sejuani gets
Emily
bad.
was so non-exciting
Emily.
that I
This
even
ain't it.
noticed tons of the Genshin Impact community
Nah.
trash talking her.
And
That's
I
how
know,
you
we don't have
it's
ad
bad.
blocker.
Kachina and Kanich, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but no, absolutely not.
Kanich looks like he's from Ben 10. Like someone said in chat. Yeah, like A said in chat. Nothing fits. Everything feels extremely out of place. And he just looks like a ghetto Ben 10. Sejuani design-wise is Pico. You think so? I really don't like her design. I actually like nothing about Sejuani. I'm going to keep it a stack. But I think he's annoying. I think Mualani looks weird. I really don't like these Natlin designs at all. Chaska, when she takes her hat off, looks absolutely fucking horrible. It's pretty bad. What do you mean out of place? Flying guns fits in Genshin? Dude, the motorcycle shit with Mavica is crazy. You know she's going to be able to ride it. We're not talking about leaks. We're talking about common sense here, right? Mavica's going to ride a motorcycle. There is nothing in the game that is indicative of the fact that we should be able to ride a motorcycle. She looks like just a random biker. She looks like a random human being. There is nothing about her that is cool other than her hair glowing, right? They fumbled it so hard for people years and years and years have been theorizing Himiko was supposed to be Mavica. They don't look anything alike other than having red hair. It's horrendous. And you know they could deliver Honkai Impact 3, Star Rail, ZZZ. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Also, it's good, Jay. Well, Sejuani's design pretty mid. We're kind of knew she was going to be a playable character from the start of Fontaine. True. Motorcycle Genshin, yes, sir. But let's keep it pushing. Yep.
Saying that right, but no, absolutely not.
It's not a...
No.
Mulan.
No.
You know what? I actually like Mualani's design quite a bit. Her design is super cute, so she gets a pass. And I
don't agree with that, but it's okay. Everyone has their preference. We're still on the right track with Solus, but I don't agree with
really want to
Mulan's
hit on
design.
Chaska. Chaska's design could be worse, but to me, she looks incredibly boring. She looks like an OnlyFans pirate that you would find at a shitty Halloween party. And speaking of parties, let's talk about Ran.
This is Chaska without the hat, brother. Like, this is Chaska without the hat, man. This is Chaska without the hat. Even with the hat, bro. What's with these goofy hats? I'm tired of the goofy hats, man. Please. Who is this dude? That one, whatever. But he's right. Like, what is this? I don't know. Not gonna lie, Oran looks better. I disagree heavily. I think Oran looks like he listens to My Chemical Romance in his late 30s and like rips his jeans for fun. Like he cuts his jeans before he goes outside. That's what I think he does. Like I am not a fan of Oran. I actually don't see the appeal at all. You know, I'll keep you my dirty little secret. Or like he's listening to Papa Roach, whatever it is. Virtual's gonna say she does it. Virtual, you don't look like Oran. You described me. It's just like, it's insane to me that this is a character. It's like, you know what it gives me? Like, if you've seen the new Batman, like there's a scene in the new Batman when they try to be so edgy and he's literally walking around putting his makeup on before he puts on the mask and they make it so ominous and stuff. And I'm like, this ain't it, man. This ain't it. Venti's only crime is that he released 1.0. Why can Oran fly, but he can't? That is the biggest... Actually, wow, that is fucking insane. You would think Venti would be able to fly, but instead you got this random ass 4-star then. How dare you, Oran is perfect? Oh. All right, let's keep pushing. Let's see what he else has to say about these character designs.
I think
it's been an L, man. I think it's been an L.
In all of Genshin Impact.
I don't know about that, damn.
And it's not even close.
They kind of cook with that, though.
Him to a off and doused him in 100 bottles of baby oil, P. Diddy would still kick his ass out. And here's the one that could have really brought me.
Oh my God, son. Not the Diddy party, bro. Not the Diddy party. The Diddy party. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Yo, he did not just do... He on the list? Yeah, the references are kind of crazy. The Diddy party reference is crazy. Hey man, yo, what's good, Ren? How you feeling, brother? Oh my God, that is crazy. That is insane. Okay, we're just gonna keep pushing.
Back into the game. the Pyro
Okay.
Archon. Poyoverse just released
I already
a
ranted
bunch of
about
stuff
this. This
about
ain't it.
Mavuka, and I gotta give credit where
I like
credit
the
is
guys
due.
say clean.
It definitely looks like they're branching out and trying something new with this one. And by
Bro.
that, I mean they brought on...
Yo, I appreciate the follow, brother. Thank you. I'm not cutting this out the YouTube video. Damn you up, Brent. Thank you. Thank you. It means the world to me. Welcome in.
the designers from Zenless Zone Zero because she looks
Appreciate you,
like
brother.
she
Thank you,
belongs
thank you.
on the back roads with Caesar and Bernice. But hey, if you want to do another shower scene and throw Mavuka in there, you won't catch me complaining about it. But the whole bike thing just seems really weird to me, and I really want to like her design, but no matter how hard I try,
I don't mess with it.
To me, she just doesn't look like she is from the same universe or like she belongs in the same game. Now, as far as the character models themselves,
I don't think any of them do.
They just don't look as good as the character models from Wuthering Waves, in my opinion. Their facial expressions, their movements, the animations, just everything. Now, this might be somewhat related to the game engines that are used in each game. I'm not sure, but Genshin Impact uses a game engine that was built off of the Unity engine, and Wuthering Waves uses the Unreal Engine.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If we go to the most, like, I think the most recent drip marketing for Wuwa possibly has some of the best like looks for a gacha character for the gacha space, and like just in period. Like, oh wait, hold on, let me not do that because there might be some leaks. Okay, bam, there we go. I went to the official Wuthering Waves page. Like, these new characters look insane. Unreal 4.595. Yeah, like, bro, look at this. This is insane. Yo, Purple, I appreciate the follow, brother. Daniel, man, welcome in. How are you? I'm having a great day today. With the exception of her, again, I appreciate you. Say hi to you too. With the exception of her, I'm not the biggest fan of her design. I think it looks good, but like this Carlotta looks. I thought this was Honkai Star Rail drip marketing for how good all of these looked. I genuinely thought all of these hit the mark, including her. Not that I don't like her, it's just not my favorite. It really does look like a VTuber, but like Zany looks crazy. Brant, I would kiss Brant. I'm about to lick this man's abs clean. Like, this dude is sexy as hell. Like, these look great. And just the designs of everything, like, they cooked. No, I really think we did that tier list yesterday. I think Wuwa has the chance. I think Wuwa has the chance to overthrow in the terms of the character designs. I think they genuinely do have the chance to be the #1 game in that sense because all of the characters look great. So, yeah, I don't know if it's an Unreal Engine thing or I don't even think it's an Unreal Engine thing. I think they just put more effort. I think Genshin has been, I don't know, man. I just don't like Natlin. I really like Natlin, man. I don't want to say it's low effort, but it doesn't feel like it. People know it's a content, they're golden. No, legit. But
in terms of character designs, Wuthering Waves just takes
yeah,
the
they
cake
got it.
with
And
all
Chengli,
the
we have
characters that
Chengli and
so
Aboba.
far, in my opinion, with the exception of a few. They've released characters like Yin Lin, Jin Shi, Chan Li Yao, and my personal favorite, Camellia.
Have y'all seen the original design for Ling Yang? This quite possibly is one of the worst designs of all time. Like, genuinely quite possibly one of the worst designs of all time. Where is this? Hold on. So look at this. This, nah, brother. Like, this is still bad. It's not as bad as this, but like, their original designs were pretty bad. Like, even Yinlin's original design, it looks like a ZZ character. It just doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good. So thank God they leveled up from that, because even like all of these older characters, I don't think they looked good. So it was very brave of them. Yeah, man, they definitely rebounded. The one thing about them is that they really do listen, which is very nice. So yeah.
Kuro Games
They're
has
killing
also
it.
just released the drip marketing for the version 2.0
Really look awful?
characters,
She's
and
alright.
the internet has gone absolutely wild.
Zadie
They
looks
released drip
crazy.
marketing for 5 characters,
Yeah.
and they hit the mark with every single one of them.
For
Everybody
sure.
seems to be really excited about Zani the most, but my personal favorite is Carlotta. And I usually don't care for male characters quite as much, but Brant has definitely got my attention.
Brant
Depending
is
on what
goated.
his kit is, that is
Brant's
definitely a male character that I
sounds
would
about right,
consider
Ren.
pulling.
Sounds
All right,
about
hold
right.
on, I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to get some popcorn for all of the comments that I can already see coming. Hey, now, make sure you guys keep it respectful in the comments, okay? Now that we've got character designs and character models out of the way, let's talk about character progression. Part of this is related to one of the topics that I covered in my last video, which was Genshin Impact's artifacts versus echoes in Wuthering Waves. So I'm not going to
I think she looks good.
that particular point too much, other than to say in Wuthering Waves, I have multiple characters either fully built or built good enough. In Genshin Impact, I grinded for months and I still have mostly dog shit artifacts on my C2 Raiden Shogun. But that's not the
It's actually not a bad rated build.
progression.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not the worst rated build ever. I'm just gonna keep it a stack.
That I really want to bring home here. What I actually want to focus on is character skill progression. In both games, the max skill cap is at...
Dude, Genshin talent system is I think to this date one of the worst systems I've experienced in any video game ever. Straight up, the talent system is genuinely abysmal. There's nothing about it that's redeeming. There's no the locked. You know, if you don't play the game for 30 days, you can farm talent domains on any day of the week. Or if you're a new player, they let you farm talents any day of the week. They clearly have the ability to implement that in the game, and they just say, I don't want to do that. We will rather just lock it. And it's fucking insane. The crown system, the crown. Oh, I didn't even think of the crown system. Oh my God. Who is this? This is Solce. I didn't even think of the crown system. Oh, wow. The crown system's pretty bad too. Like, it's really bad. I mean, like, the thing is, you can clear all the content getting it to 9. So I'm not even going to nitpick the crown system at the moment. I'm sure he does. The crown system is pretty bad. But the fact of the matter is that only being able to play these things a certain day of the week is absolutely horrendous. No, the crown system is bad without a doubt. I forgot about it because I don't crown characters unless it's New Valette. But yeah, that's rough, man. That's the incentive for them to get you to play the event. I think a great way to incentivize people to play your events is to make a good event. But that's just me, I guess.
Level
you know?
10. Okay, that's not entirely true. In Genshin Impact, you can get past level 10 by getting constellations or copies of a particular character. But let's forgo that for a minute and just say that the level cap for both games is 10. Now, in Genshin Impact, in order to level up
daily
a
lock is
skill
bad.
from level 9 to level 10, you need this item called a Crown of Insight. Usually, we just call them crowns. They are very, very limited. You can get a few of them
on
just
and off
from playing the game, but
I'll give my opinion on that in a minute.
All of the ones that you can get from playing the game, that's it. The only time that you can get more of them after that is from limited time events, or whenever they release a big patch and there's a new area and new main story. Sometimes then they will also include some there. So essentially, that's you are gated from maxing out your character's skills.
I didn't
to
think
level
about
10,
that.
and so
I did not
you
even think
can't
about
maximize
that.
your character's power and
I thought you were
damage
gonna talk about the
unless
dates.
you use one of those crowns. And then, like I said, they're very limited, so you have to be quite picky and choosy about which characters and which skills you use them on. I'm gonna go ahead and just say now that this is absolutely ridiculous. And
yeah,
it took
that's rough.
Playing Wuthering Waves for me to realize that, because in Wuthering Waves there is no special item that you need to use to max out your skills. You can max out every single skill for every single character with just the mats.
We'll go to we were really go for that. Let's go, Vash. How you feeling, brother?
In order to max out all your skills, just grind. Simple as that. Now, a minute ago, I mentioned getting extra copies of a character. So let's talk about that for both games now. For each character in both games, you can get up to 6 extra copies. In Genshin Impact, they are called constellations, and in Wuthering Waves, they are called sequences.
Okay.
If you only have 1 copy of a character in Genshin Impact, you would call that C0. In Wuthering Waves, you would call it S0. But then if you were to pull 6 more copies of the same character, then it would be C6 or S6. Here's the thing about it in Genshin Impact, though.
I agree.
At least 2 of the 6 constellations are always pointless, because all they do is add 3 extra points to one of your skill levels. In Wuthering Waves, none of the sequences are like that. All 6 of them add value in some way to the character's kit, in a way that is more exciting than just adding extra points to your skill. And that's a whole nother topic that I'm not going to deep dive here, but the character kits in Wuthering Waves are way more complex than the character kits in Genshin Impact. If I had to make a terrible analogy about it, I would say that
I don't know about that,
Genshin
Vash. We can talk
Impact
about
is
that.
like playing Lego Star Wars, while Wuthering Waves is like playing Jedi.
No, he's not wrong. He's not wrong, but also I feel like in Genshin that really only happens after C3. So while he's 100% correct with this, like it's not even a question or it's up for debate. I just don't know like how many people this is really affecting, right? Because that doesn't really start happening until C3 in most cases. Most of the time, C1, C2 is some sort of upgrade, straight up upgrade. I mean, again, there's going to be it varies, right? There's going to be times where that doesn't happen, but like C3 and I think C5 or sometimes C4. So like, I feel like this is a very whale-oriented issue. Obviously, Wuwa is giving you more incentive to pull for cons and go past C1/C2. So I get this, and this is 100% accurate, but also I don't think this is something the average player is going to care for. PGR is guaranteed characters, but no weapon guarantee. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. Can you redeem 5 stars in Genshin now, or is it just still 4 stars on sword rotation? No, it's only 4 stars. You can't redeem 5 stars in Genshin. That will never happen. That'll never occur.
Jedi Fallen Order. It's a terrible analogy, yes, but you get the point. But in Wuthering Waves, all of the sequences that you get for a character
it's a lot cheaper moving against cons. Exactly.
And
that too as well, Loon. That too as
kit,
well. Straight up, that's a lot better.
Can change the way that
Easily.
you actually play a character. Now, that's not to say that some of the constellations in Genshin Impact are also not impactful or meaningful. That's not what I'm saying. I am just saying that I think it's stupid that 2 out of the 6 constellations do nothing but add 3 points to a skill, especially considering how much money and or resources it costs to get copies of a character. And speaking of how getting extra copies of characters is better in Wuthering Waves, let's talk a minute about the free-to-play friendliness.
We'll talk about that after, Vash.
In Wuthering Waves, it is significantly easier both to get a 5-star character and to get copies of a 5-star character. Unlike some of the other stuff, this is not my opinion. This is a fact, and it is for 2 reasons. Well, 3 actually, but one of them I already covered in my last video, and that's that the banners for Wuthering Waves are better because the hard pity for a 5-star character is at 80 pity in Wuthering Waves as opposed to 90 pity in Genshin.
What's good, Panda? What's up, brother?
But besides that,
man,
there
how you feeling, my G?
actual reasons that this is
Factual.
also the case.
Factual.
The first reason is that Kuro Games is only releasing 1 new 5-star character per patch. The second character in a patch is always a rerun of a previous character. So what does this mean? It means that you don't have to shell out all of your...
So it's not going to be like that all the time. So I think this point is it's one of those things where like there's no need to nitpick on it. But that is going to change, right? That will change. Wuthering Waves is 100% more free to play friendly. Just factually, but this point in itself, that's 2.0. I don't see that happening. Maybe I'm wrong. Right? But I can see them dropping multiple new 5 stars in one patch, right? So I think the only time they've really done that. What was the Wuwa banner history actually? Wuthering Waves banner history. We're watching a video from Solce. Wuwa better than Genshin Impact. In 1.0, but I don't think that really counts. I feel like that doesn't count. So 1.0 we had... Yeah, 1.0 was Jian Yinlin, and then Jinxi Changli. So the first 2 patches had that. This patch gave you a free Zhang Liao, Shorekeeper, and Jian rerun. So, I mean, 2 out of the 4... again, I don't know if this point will stand the test of time. We'll have to see how 2.0 goes, depending on how many new people they drop. But regardless, I understand what he's saying. They're going to have Yinlin and Jingliao runners at the same time. They are. They will do that because of Jinxi. So I... Do I hear Minecraft music? No, I think you hear Wuwa music. Okay, there we go, bam.
Your resources every single time that the
No,
banner
he's
switches.
going
That is,
over
unless
a list
you
of why
really want or
they're
really
better.
need the rerun character. So essentially what that means is you have more time to save up your resources to make sure that you get the new characters that you want. In Genshin Impact, they release 2 new 5-star characters per patch. So you're either going to have to skip one, or you are shelling out everything, likely including whatever is left of your wallet, to get both of the characters.
I don't think it. I'm not gonna go on this point. It's correct. I mean,
to get extra copies of a character is by pulling on them in the actual banner. In Wuthering Waves, once you have got
this part
your
is correct.
first copy
This part makes
of
sense.
a character from the banner,
this is
you are
100%
able
accurate.
to go into the in-game shop.
Yeah, that other
and
point, no,
purchase
but this part is 100%
2
correct.
additional
Without a doubt.
copies of that character using a currency called Coral.
Coral. He's not wrong, and the game is 100% more free-to-play friendly. And this is 100% accurate. The last point was a little bit of a miss, but it is what it is. I don't think there's any reason to sit there and try. Coral, I don't think there's any reason to go in on it, because realistically, he's right. Like, his overall point is right. And there are times Genshin drops 2 new 5-stars a patch, and then there's times they don't. Fucking cares, you know? Who cares?
Which you obtain naturally from pulling on banners over time. This makes it way
I'm sure he's getting
easier
roasted
to
for
get
that, though.
extra copies of a character. Let me show you this, case in point. This is my Camellia, and as you can see, she is S5.
Coral.
And if you think that I had to spend a bunch of money to get this, you would be wrong. The last time that I topped up in the shop, believe it or not, was during the Shorekeeper banner. I had a little bit left over
Been too much money,
but the rest I was able to save.
Too much money.
Now, before you grab your pitchforks, let me be 100% real here. I had an insanely good stream of luck with this one. One copy came early at like 40-something pulls, and then I got 2 literally back-to-back, and I won 3 50-50s. This is probably the best luck that I have ever had in any gacha game ever. But overall, I was able to buy 2 of the copies from the shop, and then I got 4 from the banner. And I didn't spend a single extra dollar to
That's insane
do
luck.
that.
I wish, brother. I wish I had luck like that. I kind of have luck like that on Emily's account, but not my account. But whatever.
Count the little
What can you
bit
do?
that I had left over from the Shorekeeper banner. If you think that this is insane, don't worry, so do I. But to be completely fair, even if I had
Bad
bad luck, I think I would still have her at S3.
You wish you had the luck with Shalonen?
So next time you hear somebody arguing
you, dog.
about the
Fuck you,
irrelevant
dog.
and mostly guesswork numbers from the Sensor Tower report, maybe just consider
doing that tomorrow.
the reason that people
We're doing that
may not
tomorrow.
be blowing their life savings on the Camellia banner or any other banner is simply because they didn't have to. Okay, so now I want to shift gears a little bit and talk a little bit more about gameplay. To be more specific, I want to talk about meta for both games. I have had a lot of people tell me that they would like to add elemental reactions
150 is
to
crazy.
Wuthering Waves, but I'm going to tell you why that is a terrible idea. And let me start by asking you a question. Let's say you have a brand new player to Genshin Impact. He or she is having a fun time and they want to learn more about team building, and they want to know which characters they should pull. So they go check out some YouTube videos, some Reddit threads, maybe join a couple of Discords. And what do you think that they're going to do after that? You're damn right. They're about to build themselves a Hyperbloom team. Because why in the hell wouldn't they do that? You build a Hyperbloom team with minimal investment, you press a few buttons, and everything in front of you drops dead. Congratulations, you have beat the game. You have won Genshin Impact. And
I could already hear the people defending Genshin right now saying that Hyperbloom is outdated. Like, I already know it. I already know it. I know it's happening. I don't care about elemental reactions, but rather make some monsters. No, I don't think they should add elemental reactions to Wuwa. I think that the game itself, I actually think they should get rid of it. I think they should get rid of the element shit. It's fucking stupid, especially the elemental locks on these echoes. Now Hyperbloom is still busted. Hyperbloom is good still, but it's not on the level as like Arlecchino Vape, Nuvolette, right? But like the point he is making makes sense. But I think what people are going to do is nitpick and try to find ways to shit on it, right? So when people are going to say, "Oh, well, you know, that Hypermoon was actually kind of it's struggling a little bit in the abyss," people are going to get annoyed, or they're going to say some stupid shit like that. But what he's saying, it makes sense. In Genshin, it is based on an elemental reaction system. It is not really based on your skill or / your character. I mean, it's based on your character, but it's really based on the elemental reaction. So in this game, it is very different. It's based on affinities, heavy attack damage bonuses, skill damage bonuses, normal attack bonuses, intros, outros, things like that. Virgin, Virgin, Shadow. I mean, Shadow got a buff. Who needs Hyper Bloom when you have Virgin? Virgin, baby. But yeah, so I understand what he is saying. I think that people who are going to be super hardcore meta whores are just going to try to take this and pick this apart, as opposed to listening to it, though, which is always going to be cringe. But yeah. The 150k plus premages, light work, baby.
And this is
light work,
why
baby.
Elemental reactions would be a poor addition to.
Yeah, would not be good.
The meta for Wuthering
Chi-Chi
Waves
plunge,
is
baby.
nearly
Chi-Chi
as good
plunge.
as
Yes,
it
sir.
can possibly get. That is to say that the meta doesn't really exist. Now, for team building, there are
I think it
definitely
exists, but yeah,
optimal ways to do it. You want to build a team with the same basic structure, typically a main DPS, a sub DPS, and a support / healer. And you want to try and make sure that the intro skills and outro skills of the characters vibe with each other. But the thing is,
the hottest NPC of all time, by the way.
Singular team or singular meta that completely takes over the game. It's a lot more about skill expression, and really you can kind of do whatever the hell you want. And because there are no elemental reactions.
Yo, what's going on, Ruto? I appreciate the follow, brother. Davio, man, welcome in. How are you? Say hi to YouTube. You're a legend, brother. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Welcome in, my guy.
That way.
Thank you.
There's a 4-star character named Donjin, and if you build
Donjin,
you are good with her, you can solo.
Donjin Lovers Rise. We the ones.
So let me know what you think down in the comments below. I had a lot of fun.
It's a good video, man.
This video, and contrary to what the Genshin community might think, I actually do like Genshin Impact. It got me through a pretty rough time in my life, if I'm being honest. But if you found this video fun or interesting, please like and subscribe. Thanks for listening to me out.
Boys, go give Solce a sub, man. Actually, just a really, really solid dude. W video, man. I mean, again, other than that one point, and there's no reason to nitpick that one singular point. He's cooking. Just cooking. That being said, like the video. I love you.